Well, I've been back to Stratford Gazebo interviewing Coach Faribault about the tradition of daffodils at here at Stratford. So what was the story behind the daffodils?
Well, the story behind the daffodils, basically, there's a lady here who is our school librarian, Miss Helen Walker, and also Ms. Ruby Jo Argo, who had a lot of different jobs here, but they started the first, we were in the region basketball tournament. I don't even know what year it was. It was in the early 60s or middle late 60s, I guess. And they started picking daffodils and would bring them in buckets and hand them out and pin them on you. And you know, that just was how it all started. Or state tournament, I guess, because they're just blooming now. But they started it, and every year after that, every time we were in the state tournament, which was pretty much every year, they would pick the daffodils, go out and collect them and bring them in, and then the cheerleaders got involved in it, and they would start handing them out, and all the fans, coaches. I remember when Coach Grady was coaching, you know, he always wore a daffodil in his coat lapel for the state basketball games, but really that's how it started.
And what was the purpose for the flowers?
Well, I guess it was just, you know, our colors. Originally, our school colors were gold and gray and navy, and the daffodils, I guess, you know, were sort of golden, and so they I guess they felt like it was, you know, represented the school and the color and all that sort of stuff. So that's how it started.
And what does the flowers mean today for the basketball?
Well, I think it just means tradition. It just means, you know, that, as we like to tell you guys and girls, that you're not just playing for your school and your group right now. You're playing for everybody that's come before you and for all the ones that will come after you. It's just part of our tradition and our legacy here at Stratford.
Sir, thank you.
Welcome.
I've been back to the Stratford Gazebo interviewing Coach Grady Smith about the daffodils at Stratford Academy. What do you think about what's the story behind the daffodils?
Well, Ben, I love it. I love the tradition. I actually came to Stratford in 1970, and it was already here. And it actually started back in the 60s with the cheerleaders actually bringing a few flowers to the basketball games, and it just grew from there. There's a story of Miss Ruby Jo Argo, who was the cheerleader advisor, actually on the bus trip to a region tournament game, seeing some flowers on the side of the road, stopped, the cheerleaders got off, and got a lot of flowers, brought them back on, and they put them on everybody's shirt and lapel once they got to the tournament site.
Well, what was the meaning behind the flowers?
I think it was just a good luck thing, and it's carried on, Ben, since the 60s, and I can remember coaching my first region tournament game in 1970, and the cheerleader brought it up and put it on my lapel, and for 30 years I wore it as a coach, and it's still a tradition now, and I'm certainly glad to see it's alive. The Stratford flower was deemed to be good luck, and it's brought Stratford a lot of region and state championships.
Sir, thank you.
Yes, sir.
I've been back actually with Miss Woodcock interviewing her about the daffodils. And what do you think about the tradition behind the daffodils?
I love the tradition. I think it's so fun, and state tournament is such a difficult time for girls and boys basketball. So the daffodils were meant to be good luck, and I think that these teams need all the luck they can get, and we will definitely continue doing them this year.
And how will we be doing the daffodils this year?
Well, on Saturday, I've talked to some people who have generously said I can come and cut some daffodils for them, and the cheerleaders put them all in a bucket, and then we'll pass them out right before the game.